she don't like that I have moved on and have a fiance, and being spiteful because I've been trying to move on and try to be in my child's life.
What types of drugs does he do? Your Honor, we have a partial agreement on this case.
Okay.
The agreed portions are health insurance will be through the government plan. Cash medical support will be $54 a month beginning October 1st, 2023. There will be no retro medical support or dental support, and there will be no family violence and no non-disclosure requested. So that is the agreed portion. All other issues are contested. So I'll go ahead and call the parties. I call the mother, Lebrika.
Excuse me for interrupting. Mr. Harrell, you need to sit up. You're in a courtroom.
I'm sorry.
All right, you can proceed, counsel.
Okay. The state calls Lebrika Kane. Miss Kane, could you state your full name?
Roberta Deshaunson and Kang.
Okay. And ma'am, did you hear the announcement regarding the agreed portions of this order?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you in agreement to those terms?
In agreement or agree?
Yes. In agreement, yes.
I agree.
Okay. And ma'am, next I'm going to ask you about the contested issues in the case. Regarding conservatorship, is it correct that you're asking to be named sole managing conservator?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, can you tell the court why you want to be named sole managing conservator?
Because he does drugs and stuff, and I don't really want my child around that type of stuff because I don't do drugs.
What types of drugs does he do?
He smokes powder and he does weed.
Okay. And how do you know that?
Because I was with him for some years and I know.
Okay. So you've seen him use drugs before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And ma'am, has the father been involved in making decisions for the child?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And are you asking that you be the one to decide where the child lives within Dallas and contiguous counties?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, for visitation, are you asking that there be supervised visitation for the father?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking that he have the first, third, fifth Sundays of each month from 2 to 5 supervised by you or your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you tell the court why you want supervised visitation?
It's an issue with his girlfriend. I've seen how she do the other child that he has, and I'm not gonna deal with that.
Okay, and by that, do you mean that she mistreats his other child?
Yes, ma'am.
And how does she mistreat the other child?
I see the way that she does her, and I don't want that for my own child. My child is 3 years old. She can barely talk, but if she can't tell me what's going on, then I'm in the dark with that situation, and I don't want that for her.
Okay. And do the children that live with the father, did they have a bed to sleep on in that home?
Not that I know
of. And ma'am, are you comfortable with the father having overnight visits?
No.
Excuse me for interrupting again. Mr. Harrell, please put the camera where I can see your face straight on. It looks like the camera could be in your lap or something. Please adjust your camera. Thank you.
I apologize. I can't just sit up here and let this woman lie, but I'm gonna wait until you ask me to talk. I apologize for that.
You'll have an opportunity. You will have an opportunity to speak.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
All right,
Is this better?
Go ahead.
Is this better?
Much better. Thank you. You can proceed, Ms. Phillip.
Okay. And Miss Kane, are you asking that there be only supervised visitation, and no step-up schedule and no overnight visits?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking for an injunction for the father, that he not consume drugs or alcohol 12 hours before or during visitation?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking that child support be $192 a month starting October 1st, 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, are you asking for retroactive child support from October 2020? Or sorry, from November 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's a total of 35 months. Has the father given you anything directly for the needs of the child, since you separated?
No, ma'am.
And ma'am, I calculated a total retroactive child support judgment of $6,720. Are you in agreement to that?
No, ma'am.
You're not in agreement to that?
Oh, I am yes. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
And are you asking that the father pay that off at $84 a month, starting in October?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the father provide you um, anything for the child that would total $2,000?
Yes, ma'am.
He did give you two
Oh, no,
thousand
ma'am.
worth of
No,
stuff?
ma'am. No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Um, ma'am, is there anything else that you want to tell the court?
No, ma'am.
Pass the witness. The state calls the father Joshua Harrell. Mr. Harrell, could you state your full name?
Joshua Elisha Elisel Harrell.
Okay, and Mr. Harrell, did you hear the announcement regarding agreed portions of this order?
Yes, ma'am, I heard.
And are you in agreement to those terms of the order?
No, ma'am, not at all.
This was regarding government health insurance, medical support of $54 a month, no retroactive medical support or dental support, and no family violence or non-disclosure. Are you in agreement to that?
I'm in agreement with the medical. I'm in agreement with the what we had already discussed before you had asked about the back child support or whatnot. I was in agreement with everything until then. I was in agreement.
Mr. Harold, she's asked you only about the medical support.
And I said I was in agreement.
Okay, then wait for the next question.
Okay. And sir, are you in agreement that there's been no family violence?
No, I am not in agreement.
Okay, so there has been family violence between the two of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when's the last time there was family violence?
Through the whole relationship because when we got together, ma'am, I was not on no powder. Yes, I can admit I was smoking marijuana, and I have slowed down and intentionally stopped. Now, her problem is to drinking. That's what I have a problem with.
You have a problem with her drinking?
Yes, because I don't drink no more, ma'am. I don't drink, and I only time I smoke is like blacks or cigarettes now. Because I have my first child and dealing with her case, I cannot smoke weed and I cannot drink or have any substances. And I'm sticking to that court order as well.
Okay, and sir, I was asking you whether or not there's been family violence.
Yes, it
Um,
has. I've been in
okay, so
multiple fights here and I never called the police because that's not me.
okay. So was she physically violent towards you?
Yes, a lot of times.
When is the last time that occurred?
Last time that occurred was in July.
of 2023?
Yes, on her brother's birthday. Yes.
What happened during that incident?
I was trying to talk to her about being in my child's life and trying to do more, but the fact that she don't like that I have moved on and have a fiance, and she just being spiteful because I've been trying to move on and try to be in my child's life. I just got my first child back, and I'm trying to work on this one here.
You said the police were never called during any of these incidents?
No, no, it was in front of her family. That's all.
Are you okay with the mother having your address and phone number in the order?
Yes, that's no problem. I have no card. She has my number. She has my fiance's number. She knows where I live. I'm right across the street from her niece.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you want to be named joint managing conservators with the mother?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, would you be in agreement for the mother to be named sole managing conservator?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Have you been involved in decision making for the child since the child was born?
She don't let me. Ever since we broken up, she don't let me make no decisions for her. It's like it's either I give her money or I don't have time with her.
And sir, is it correct that you're asking for the standard visitation schedule?
Yes.
And sir, would you be in agreement to an injunction on you consuming drugs or alcohol 12 hours before or during visitation?
Yes. That's no problem.
Okay.
I have lupus like that. No way, ma'am.
What did you say, sir?
I have lupus. I can't drink at all like that. I just got out
Okay.
the hospital yesterday for that.
Sir, do you believe that you need supervised visitation?
No, ma'am, not at all. I have my first child here and everything. I do not need supervised visits.
When was the last time you had visitation with the child?
A couple of days ago, because her niece is getting her car fixed by her dad, which is Miss Lebrika Kane's brother. I seen them pull up outside. I seen my daughter. She ran to me. That's how it went.
Okay, so you have been able to see the child recently?
Only no, not like I want, but when she pulls up over here with her brother, which is her niece's father, that's the only time I get to see her. Otherwise, I do not get to see her at all. She keeps her away from me.
Okay. Sir, are you in agreement to child support of $192 a month?
Yes, I can do that. That's no problem.
Sir, are you currently working?
No, not at all.
Do you live in Dallas County?
Yes, I stay in Pleasant Grove.
Do you want to do the choices program where you would have some assistance in looking for a job?
That'd be fine.
Okay, so you are interested in doing that program?
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay.
As long as she do the same.
Okay, and sir, this is just a program for non-custodial parents, so we're not able to provide it for her.
Okay, cool.
And sir, did the two of you separate in October of 2020?
No, we separated in September of 2020 after her birthday.
Okay. And the state has calculated retroactive support from November 2020 to today, which would be 35 months. The state calculated a total judgment of $6,720. Would you be in agreement to that amount?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and can you tell the court why you don't agree?
because there's been times where when I was working at craft, and it'd be times where she will pull up, like come where I'm at, and I give her what she needs for my child. And it'd even be times after that where I try to give her something for my child, but she just wants the money. She don't want nothing else.
Okay, and sir, do you believe that you've provided $2,000 worth of items to the mother?
Yes, it been. I got nothing but clothes here, toys here for my daughter, but she don't want none of that. She just wants the money.
Okay, and did the mother accept the stuff that you
No.
bought her?
Every time I try to break it up, it's either she's already tipsy or she's already been drinking and she get in her mood where she's mad and if she don't get her way, she get belligerent. That's why I don't even try to talk to her like I used to about co-parenting, because for the simple reason, every time I try to co-parent, it's always an attitude or her families get involved. I got witnesses on my end that can back my statements up.
Okay, and sir, is it correct that you're asking for retroactive support to be $0?
Yes,
Sir, is there anything else that you want to tell the court?
yes. I'm me as a father wise, I done started ever since I left her, I started over. I stopped doing powder. I've been clean for over 2 years now. I don't pop pills. I don't even smoke weed like that. And if I have the notion of it, my fiance tells me no, I got cigarettes or blacks. Because for the simple reason I'm trying to get my youngest daughter, and I'm trying to keep my oldest daughter. Because right now, how the court is set up dealing with my oldest daughter, I'm finna get my custody back. I didn't have my side of custody. Now I'm finna get it back from my oldest daughter. I done put her in school. Did everything I need to do right by my oldest daughter. I have God
Pass the
more in my
witness.
life. So I've been trying to push the boundaries and trying to be more of a father figure to both of my daughters, but she won't let me. Out of being spiteful, I don't know if she has some type of resentment towards me, but I have no type of uh, no type of uh, spitefulness towards her. She's a good mom. She has her ways sometimes, but she been a good mom.
Pass the witness.
I have a couple of questions for you, Mr. Harrell.
Yes.
How many children do you have?
Biologically, I have 2 girls.
Okay. And that's one of them is before the court today. And how old is this child that's before the court today? The child of Miss Kane? I think he froze. All right, Mr. Harrell, I was asking how old the child is, and Miss Kane tells me she's 3.
Yes, she's 3 years old. Just turned 3 this year.
And have Miss Kane testified that you did not give her any support at all for the child. You're saying something very different. Did you wait a minute? Let me ask you the question. Did you give her cash or give her shoes and clothes?
Both. And when I tried to, she told me she did not want me to come to the party. She did not want me to be even involved because of the person that she was with.
It's a simple question. How much money have you given her for the child?
Over 2K, and she don't accept it at all.
Wait, in cash?
Yes, and she don't accept it. She
She
don't
turned
accept
down
it.
$2,000 in cash?
No, over time it accumulated. I have all my receipts. I have all
Sir,
my receipts, ma'am. I
good. I'm
bought
glad you have
everything.
receipts.
I have
Good.
all my receipts.
Okay, stop so I can ask you a question. I'm asking about cash, not gifts, not clothes, not shoes, not diapers, not any of that.
She haven't accepted none of the money I tried to give her.
And how much do you think you've attempted to give her in cash?
$2,000, ma'am.
Can you prove that?
Yes, I have all my receipts in the room.
What are the receipts for?
All my dealing with my first case, I learned that dealing with the court, if you keep all your receipts from the stuff you buy from the child for the child and stuff, you can use them in court.
If you have receipts for items, then you did not offer that
I
in
have
cash. Do you understand the difference?
Yes, and I also have witnesses to prove that I have tried to give her cash.
I'm not going to rule on this at this moment, and maybe a little later in the day, because I want to hear these witnesses. You have not proven to me that you offered her $2,000 in cash. You may have offered her clothes and shoes for. Oh, did he leave the meeting?
No, I did not leave the
Oh,
meeting.
there
I
you
am
are.
still
I'm
here.
sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't find you on the screen. Your picture moved on my screen. So you may have spent $2,000, but that doesn't mean you offered her cash of $2,000. That's my question.
Yes, I have offered her money. I have witnesses.
Well, then I would like to hear from those witnesses that saw you offer her cash.
Okay, my fiance is right here. My dad, you can call my dad or talk to him and everything. Like my brother, even across the way, he can even tell you that I have tried. If it's not the amount she wants, she's not taking it. I have tried humbly. I have.
Have you opened an account for your child and put the money there?
I haven't because I've been sick, ma'am. I've been in and out the hospital because of my lupus. I've been sick.
I understand you're sick, and I'm sorry about that. But my question to you is, if you had cash to give her and she didn't take it, did you take it to the bank and open an account for your child?
No.
Okay. I'm willing to reset this, Miss Phillip, to see if he actually has witnesses that can testify that he offered Miss Kane cash and that she turned it down.
Okay.
He should get credit for that if he did.
Excuse me, can I say something?
No, ma'am, not right now. I am not going to give him credit for items of clothing, shoes, or diapers at this point. Actually, I could give him credit for that, some of that. What's the policy
Yeah.
of the AG?
Judge, we do allow credit for items that are given, such as like diapers, food, clothes, shoes. We normally would count that as credit if they were actually provided to the mother.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Miss Kane, did you accept any of those things?
Ma'am, he never given anything. I can't accept it if it's not there to give.
Okay, that's an answer. All right, Mr. Harrell, you're just going to have to provide proof, or you're not going to get credit. You only get credit if you can provide proof that, one, you offered her cash and she refused it, or two, that you actually delivered items to her, and we can look to receipts for those items.
Yes, ma'am. I have my witnesses ready for you when you're ready for them.
They're ready at this time?
Yes, I have one of them right in front of me right now.
Okay, first of all, there shouldn't be anybody in the room with you.
She's in the back room, but she's in the house with me. I stay with her. This is our house. She's in the back room, and when I mean she's in front of me, I mean I can walk straight down the hallway to her, and you can talk to her. That's what I meant, ma'am.
Miss Phillip, do you want to put them in a breakout room, or have one of the other person from the AG's office inquire about these things? Or do you want to just reset it?
Judge, we could reset it to an in-person day for them to come in person for him to show his receipts, if he has them. So we could reset to October 3rd, 2023 at 9 a.m. in person, but they would both have to come to the courthouse.
Okay.
October 3rd, 2023 at
9 a.m.
9 a.m. I am resetting this matter. Both Ms. Kane and Mr. Harrell are ordered to reappear on October 3rd, 2023 at 9 o'clock in person in court. And if you're going to have witnesses or receipts or evidence or some kind of proof, Mr. Harrell, that's the time to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And that's all we're going to do for today on this matter. Although, no, I'm going to wait till we hear more. You've given me testimony on conservatorship. Let me go ahead and order this. At this time, the court is appointing the parties joint managing conservators. Both of you will have responsibilities and duties towards this child. Father's going to be granted a standard possession order. I'm not ordering any supervision at this time because Ms. Kane has given no testimony other than she doesn't like the way his fiance treats the other child. I've not heard anything of violence towards the children, towards a child, or even against her. The standard possession order includes that he would at some point have overnights. The child is still young. Mr. Harrell, you are prohibited from consuming drugs or alcohol 12 hours before the visit, or of course during the visit. I'm ordering the mother to apply for the government health insurance. And father, you are ordered to reimburse at the rate of $54 per month on that matter. And child support is set at $192 per month. All of this is to begin October 1st, 2023. The retroactive child support of $67.20, that's what's going to possibly change when you return and provide proof that you are entitled to credit, Mr. Harrell.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all that I'm going to approve at this or order at this time. Anything else, Ms. Phillip?
Judge, are we ordering that the mother designate the primary residence of the child within Dallas and contiguous counties?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Kane, were you showing me Medicaid?
Yes, ma'am, I already have the Medicaid.
Okay, then that's perfect. Then Mr. Harrell is going to reimburse at the rate of $54 per month. Right.
How much is that again?
Mr. 54. Mr. Harrell, you are ordered into the Choices program. So I think if before you leave, you'll have an opportunity to speak to somebody.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else,
Yes.
Mr. Phillip?
Yes, Judge, he'll need to stay on so that he can talk to Mr. Pryor from
Okay.
Choices.
All right. So don't leave the meeting yet, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.